weapons now is the step-back jumper. Steph Curry said,
"Thanks, David." Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5, because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jimmy Butler is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in at point guard. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Whiteside in at the center position. And the basket by McCollum.
With and without the ball, McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Passes to Dragic. Robinson kicks to Dragic. To the paint. And the shot's good from Crowder.
He's a power player. That's Crowder's game once he gets inside.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. 4-point game. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Lets it go from the wing. And it's Miami with the rebound. And here they come. Here's Crowder. Finished off the break. Crowder's got his second basket.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. It's the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 6 points.
Great patience from the young big man. The game slowing down for Whiteside. You can see that.
Butler finds Dragic. Five on the clock. Back to Butler. From deep. The shot comes out, and it's Portland the other way. Ariza outside. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Pass to Lillard. And Adebayo sends it back.
This shot can't get past Bam. His reach is just too much.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now, it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Jay Crowder. Iguodala comes in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Tyler Hero in for Duncan Robinson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scorers.
Here's Trent. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And that one drops.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Now Dragic, 7 points in the game. Lillard comes with the double team. Here's Hero. Gives three-pointers off the mark. Portland's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. Lillard from outside, and another 3 for Portland.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Lillard against Dragic. The pass to Olynyk from downtown. The offensive rebound.
The confidence continuing to grow off the board. Adebayo takes it right back up.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Trailblazers lead by 1. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy usually decides to move on, you know, that's kind of like a domino effect. It's like, all right, well, if he's leaving, this guy was closer to his age, we can let him go. It affects other people, and I care about guys personally, and, you know, I'm not ashamed of that. So for those reasons, I'm just like, man, you know, I just want to do it my way, and if it don't happen, I can live with that.
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Then it's Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Trent in at the point guard position. Here's Hero. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Little with the rebound.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Trent. Pass to Little. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Adebayo. Iguodala's drive, and he banks in the layup. Iguodala's got his first points in this one.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle. And you talk about guys who play with that chip on their shoulder. Bam Adebayo has not forgotten he was cut from the U.S. national team in 2019.
And Greg, in fact, he told those close to him they will pay. A little extra motivation, fuel for the fire.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And some controversy last season. Andre Iguodala traded to the Grizzlies. We know he didn't report, Greg, just stayed in the Bay Area until a trade could be worked out to Miami.
I'd call that a power move, Kevin, no doubt. Iguodala, a respected vet, wanted to play for a contender, and he got an extra year and $15 million in the deal.
Anthony with the bucket.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Butler against Ariza. And Whiteside sends it back.
Whiteside light off his feet. Plus, he can block your shot with either hand.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
There's a minute 40 left to play here in the second quarter. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. If you ask Miami coach Eric Spoelstra, there's been a long lineage of undrafted players who've made an impact with the Heat. Going back, think about big guys like Udonis Haslem, Joel Anthony, and Hassan Whiteside. Now you have youngsters like Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, Derrick Jones Jr., and Chris Silva. Miami continues to find diamonds in the rough year after year. Guys?
They usually do. That's a very creative organization. Thanks, D.A. He misses the free throw.
And Bam Adebayo demonstrating a refined skill set that belies his nickname. Over 5 assists per game. He's a creator, not just a finisher.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Good on the second free throw. And the Heat have given Adebayo the leeway to rip and run, baby. Make things happen.
And Kevin, an unselfish player who loves to pass. Even back in high school, playing with lesser talent, he made sure to find the other.
Here's Whiteside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Pushing the action, Whiteside catches the defender a little out of position and draws the foul.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. Good shot.
Free throw, good, Whiteside.
It's hard to intimidate Whiteside because he's usually the guy on the end doing the intimidating.
And both free throws good from Whiteside.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And the Heat call time here. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Hero passes to Crowder. Floats it up for Adebayo. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
McCollum outside. A shot by Lillard, wide open. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Hero passes to Butler. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Lillard looking around. McCollum outside from past the arc. That one doesn't go. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening period. They were a determined team. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. We've got Jay Crowder. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Adebayo is out there with Robinson. And it's Dragic in at the 1. And here is Butler. It's Adebayo, top of the key. Got a piece of it. Now here's McCollum. The dish to Ariza. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor, and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for the Heat. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yes, the last few years, the rules changes have tended to benefit the offenses. This evens things out a bit.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
And Portland making a change here. Hood's checked in. Iguodala outside. Pass to Butler. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. Into the 3rd we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Trent. Now here's Lillard. And the 3 off target.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Here's Butler. Here's Adebayo. And it's all evened up. Adebayo's got 9 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And Portland making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Miami. And the basket by Lillard. He's got 8.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Nurkic with the block. Here's Trent, and he drops it in from the low post. Trent's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Lillard against Dragic. Right side Crowder. 52 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Dragic. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Lillard against Dragic. Here's the break. Here's Adebayo. No good on the shot. Great D that time from Nurkic. Lillard finds Hood. Wasted no time on that one. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
The quick trigger. Hood piercing the defense with the effective catch and shoot J.
Lillard against Dragic. Pulls it from 20. That one's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers lead by 4. From Portland, we're back in a moment. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Whiteside in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Lillard with it. There's the pass to Carmelo. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. Robinson against Anthony. Robinson passes to Adebayo. And that one is good. And that's now 11 points for Bam Adebayo.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
McCollum. And the shot is long. Miami trailing. Loads it up for Adebayo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And Miami making a change here. Butler's checked in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
Here's Adebayo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
This is where Bam goes to work, which in turn draws the D's attention.
Shoot 2. Shoot 2.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1.
This game is defined by heart and hustle. Bam Adebayo would be welcomed by any coach on any team in any league.
And Adebayo drops them both. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Robinson against McCollum. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Doesn't quite have the height, but boy, does McCollum have the heart. He's a relentless finisher in traffic.
Free throw good. McCollum.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. It's Dragic with the drive, and the shot goes in. And the Heat lead by 1.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Feeds it to Carmelo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
He hits the first one, and that ties the game up. And so both free throws good that time, and that puts him ahead.
And how about the composure there at the line? A ton of pressure on those free throws, and he knocks them both down.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Leaves the dishes to Anthony. Here's Lillard. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Lillard outside.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Butler deciding where to go with it. Over a reason. Doesn't go either for Butler.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Lillard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
The free throw drops for Lillard.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 6. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Yes!
Bam is cooking right now. Once he flips this switch, he's tough to slow down.
They double team McCollum. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Anthony's shot is off.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
And they go to the intentional foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Wearing the number 0 for a reason. Damian Lillard has it on his back for his city, Oakland. Just the latest star from the town.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Nice job extending the lead and making this a 2-possession game now.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 4. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Robinson. Outside Crowder. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer, Butler, and it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's a wrap. Those free throws being the nail in the coffin.
Rockets the pass to Butler over a reason. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Portland winning this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of